do a fun exercise. What we are going to do is write a use case specification for a lift control system. So what we are going to do is develop this use case specification in multiple versions, starting with the simplest case and then slowly complicating it or making it more comprehensive. Now, what would be the use case here? See, ultimately, a use case represents the goal of an actor. And anybody who uses a lift, their goal is to go to a particular floor. So, our use case specification, let's write the title specification. Name of the use case is going to be reach destination floor. Right? Destination. Okay. Let's provide it a brief description. This use case allows the lift user to go from a floor to another chosen floor. Now, what are the preconditions that needs to be satisfied for this use case itself to start? Now, to simplify our understanding to begin with, let's put some preconditions which will simplify the whole thing. So let us say the passenger is on the ground floor. Second is the lift is on the top floor. Third one is the passenger wants to go to the top floor. Fourth is the door is closed on the top floor. Now, some of these preconditions may not look as if they are justified. But remember, we are trying to simplify so that we can follow through with the specification. There are no requests, nor will there be any requests till this passenger completes the use case. So that means once he reaches the top floor, only then we are going to look at other passengers, just to simplify. And again, sixth one, there are only two floors, that is ground and you can say first floor or the top floor. So it would be wrong to say first floor, top floor. Okay, I'm sure you can see that this actually simplifies the whole thing. Oh, there are no requests, nor will there be. Okay. Now, what would be the flow of events? Okay, now flow of events are of two types: the basic flow and the alternate flows. And in some cases, we also talk of exception flows. Exception flows, right? Basic flow is the normal, which, or I could say, is most commonly occurring flow. Now comes the challenging part. What we have to do is visualize how the system should work, how the interaction between the actor and the use case should take place, and basically describe it. So let's also mention who are the actors involved. So here the actors involved are left user. The first step when the use case starts. This use case start when the passenger presses the up floor button. The system stores the response, or instead of saying response, request. The system takes the lift down the floor because there is only one floor. That's why I'm keeping it as singular. Okay. The system tells the door to open, or I could just say the door opens. The passenger gets into the lift. The passenger selects the floor he or she wants to go to. Now, here it actually doesn't make sense for the passenger to select because the only option he has is to go to the next floor. And if, or vice versa. But still, we will keep it so that it becomes easier later on. Okay. Now, the moment he presses the floor, what happens? The system tells the door to close. The system takes the lift to the top. The system tells the door to open. Passenger gets out of the lift. So here, this use case starts when the passenger presses the up floor button. The system stores the request. The system takes the lift down the floor. The system tells the door to open. The passenger gets into the lift. The passenger selects the floor she wants to go to. The system tells the door to close. The system tells the lift the top floor. Go to the top floor. Now, since we made a change here, let's make the change here. Takes the lift, instead of that, we'll say tells the lift to down the floor. One additional step that may be required is the system tells the door to open either before or after the system removes the request. Okay. Now, alternate flows, let's say to be done or TBD. Again, exception flows to be done TBD. Another aspect is post condition. What is the state of the system when the use case is completed? So here the passenger is on the ground on the top floor. If it is on the top floor, the door is open. Now, just to keep it consistent, let's say the passenger gets out of the lift, the system tells the door to close. Because initially, our precondition was that the door is closed on the top floor. So, now we don't have to put this post condition. So that when we run this use case once more, the same flow will work. Okay, so that is our version 1 of the use case specification. So as you have seen, writing a use case specification involves specifying a name, a brief description, preconditions, actors involved, flow of events which can be basic flow, alternate flows, and exception flows. And finally, we will have post conditions, and later on, we might also require special requirements. Yes. So again, let's leave it as TB. So that is our use case specification. So let's save this lift controller. So that's it. In the next session, we will refine it further. That's it. Bye.